Right, you tough-skinned survivors, I thought you'd be on the sticks and serve to green-ass mutants by now. Seems like you're tougher than I thought, so now that you're badass hellscapes, here's the second part of the list with 20 more isometric and top-down survival and post-apocalyptic games, similar to the ones you love. Make sure to stay alive and tuned as more and more parts and batches are coming your way soon. So if you're ready, take out your goddamn buckshots and let's dance! Starting off the list with number 20, I hate this place. Wakey wakey, a nightmare awaits and everything inside it wants you dead. Play as Alina in this survival horror set in a surreal, unpredictable world inspired by Kyle Stark's and Artyom Topolin's comic series, with a vibrant 80s inspired style. Fight wild animals, mutated spiders, cultists and outlaws, crafting tools, weapons and items while manipulating the environment to survive. Combat rewards strategy over brute force, and you'll need to be ready for the real horrors when night falls. Oh, and beware of the Horned Man, stalking you like a rat through a maze. Unravel chilling secrets in this reality-bending world. Available now on Nintendo Switch, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Number 19, Impact Winter, a game that mysteriously vanished from every storm. In this survival experience, you play as Jacob Solomon, leading a makeshift team of survivors after a catastrophic asteroid collision left the world buried in unrelenting snow. Scavenge for resources, build shelters, and manage your team's survival as you face hostile wildlife and harsh elements. With its emphasis on resource management and team dynamics, Impact Winter challenges you to keep everyone alive as you wait for rescue, which is just 30 days away. Impact Winter was once available on PlayStation, Xbox and PC, but it's now only purchasable via some independent websites. Next at number 18, Deadcraft. Who wants some zombie soup? Anyone? No? In a world ravaged by a deadly virus, you play as Reed, a half-zombie grinding through hordes of undead with his diabolic arsenal of ass-kicking weapons, while also growing an army of zombie followers. With weapons ranging from axes and weed whackers to makeshift rifles crafted from mixing real weapons and zombie organs, and quirky bosses reminiscent of games like Borderlands and Dead Rising franchises, you'll use Reed's unique undead powers to unleash devastating attacks on both humans and zombies alike. Poor things. Craft, scavenge, and plant the corpses of enemies to create zombie workers, gather resources, tools, and even post-apocalyptic cuisine to survive, all while choosing your allies and enemies wisely in a world where food and water are earned by helping others, or taking what you want. Deadcraft is out now on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, GeForce Now, and PC, with a demo available on Steam. Coming up next at number 17, Invisible Flow. Something's wrong on Lush Palms Island, and John's ready to get to the bottom of it. In this dynamic top-down open-world survival experience, you'll uncover a dark mystery as you investigate a strange gas affecting the military base, chem lab, and locals. Explore the island, solve puzzles, uncover hidden notes about its eerie past, and craft weapons, tools, and ammo to fight infected soldiers, while unraveling the story behind the mind-control experiments. Your choices matter as the plot twists leading to a tough decision at the end, with a rich narrative, immersive world, and 80s vibes, making Invisible Flow an engaging survival mystery on PC. Up next at number 16, Chains of Freedom. Embark on a thrilling journey through a dystopian Eastern Europe in this high-stakes turn-based tactics game where danger, deceit, and the heavy burden of the moral dilemmas are imminent. Lead an elite squad through perilous missions to uncover a conspiracy threatening the nation, all while carefully choosing your equipment loadout. Strategize in tactical combat, customize your squad's weapons and gear, scavenge for ammo, craft essential tools like healing kits and Molotov cocktails, and enhance characters' abilities with biocrystals found across the world. Chains of Freedom is available now on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and PC with a demo on Steam. Rolling into number 15 with Wasteland Travelers. The apocalypse has arrived. Society is ruled by giant corporations, and it's up to you to restore civilization. In this gritty pixel art zombie survival game, you'll journey to the Marion military outpost, scavenge for supplies, fend off ferocious zombies and bandits, and brave the harsh environments to uncover the secrets hidden in Area 5. Battle through radiation infection and severe weather while navigating hostile factions, robots and NPCs, scavenging weapons, medical supplies, vehicles and tools to survive and push forward. Form alliances, uncover dark corporate schemes, and explore the wasteland to restore order, coming soon to PC with a demo available on Steam. Bringing up the next game at number 14, Dead Static Drive, Grand Theft Cthulhu. Embark on a nightmarish road trip through 1980s Americana in the survival horror game, where you'll scavenge, fight, sneak and explore to uncover the truth behind your partner's disappearance. And you know, the whole collapse of the world thing. If you had any extra time, who cares? As Hearst, you must manage hunger, thirst, fuel and resources while evading the police, fending off monstrous creatures, and navigating tough NPC interactions and moral choices in a world teeming with danger, reminiscent of State of Decay. With an amazing art style and influences from David Lynch and many other 70s and 80s artists, Dead Static Drive evokes the same eerie nostalgia, available on Xbox and PC. Rolling in hot at number 13, How to Survive 2. Louisiana, where being safe just means your flesh gonna end up being chewed like a hard jerky under some hellbelly's teeth. The sequel picks up years later in a world ravaged by a global pandemic, where you build and upgrade your camp, scavenge for food and water, craft weapons, traps and tools, and fend off the infected solo or with up to 16 players online. Explore randomized maps from bayous to the French Quarter, level up your custom character, and master survival essentials like managing thirst, hunger, and inventory weight. With elite quests, dynamic weather, and a day-night cycle, every choice matters. And don't worry, Kovac's here to guide your survival with his cute, fluffy, and tender Russian accent that totally reminds you of your worst nightmare, sweetest dreams. You're gonna have tons of fun on PC. Next game at number 12, CONSCRIPT. Step into the shoes of a lone French soldier during the brutal 1916 Battle of Verdun, searching for his missing brother while navigating twisted trenches, overrun forts, and treacherous no man's land in this top-down survival horror, inspired by classics like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, blending challenging mechanics with a historically rich narrative. Manage scarce resources, solve environmental puzzles, and fight off enemies using period-appropriate melee weapons and firearms. With multiple endings, unlockable costumes, and various difficulty settings, CONSCRIPT offers a harrowing and highly replayable journey through the Great War, available on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC. Next at number 11, Nautical. Nautical turns a relaxing cruise into a nightmare as monsters from another dimension invade the ship, and it's up to you and your team to survive. As one of 4 unlikely heroes, you'll navigate all 20 decks of the haunted cruise liner Hope, fighting off supernatural forces and managing scarce resources. With tactical turn-based combat reminiscent of XCOM or Darkest Dungeon, you'll need to think several steps ahead, using your companion's abilities strategically to fend off horrific creatures and prevent panic from taking over. Convince scattered survivors to join your fight, unlock the mysteries of the ship, and survive. Resources are limited, items deteriorate, and death is inevitable. So try your luck on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, iOS, and PC. 10 in the next game. Number 10 in the next game, Isolated. Survive the post-apocalyptic world of Isolated, where the spoils, a deadly zombie virus spread by mutated plants, has ravaged the land. In this 2D action RPG, you must scavenge resources, craft weapons, and build shelters from improvised materials as you navigate procedurally generated forests. As the virus spreads and infects everything in its path, uncover the cause of the disaster while managing hunger, safety, and survival. Customize your character, enhance weapons with special modifiers, and dive into crafting, hunting, fishing, and NPC interactions to survive. Available on PC with a free demo on Steam. Here comes number 9, Drova, Forsaken Kin. Survive the dark, grim world of Drova, Forsaken Kin, a pixel art action RPG inspired by Celtic mythology and set in a society torn by ancient spirits and divided factions. Explore a handcrafted open world where every choice shapes the environment and narrative, influenced by your actions and dialogue, blending dark and mysterious elements you find in titles like the Witcher franchise with creative survival mechanics. Encounter restless spirits, wild beasts, evil humans, demons and giants, uncover hidden powers, choose between two factions with conflicting goals, and master a flow-based combat system that demands skillful timing, strategic combos, and weapon use, while trading, gathering resources, crafting, and learning new abilities, harnessing the power of spirits and battling their enraged forms to grow stronger in a world where every decision matters. Drova, Forsaken Kin has received overwhelmingly positive reviews from players and is available on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, GeForce Now, and PC. Next at number 8, Dreadlands. Dreadlands is a shared world turn-based tactical RPG set in a vibrant post-apocalyptic landscape, where factions vie for the enigmatic resource known as Glow. Choose from 3 factions, Scrappers, Tribekin, or Scarbacks, each with unique playstyles and narratives, echoing Borderlands' chaotic character-driven combat. Dive into deep customization with individual skill tree for every unit, featuring both passive and active abilities. A morale system shapes battles, while XP challenges reward skillful play across co-op and PvP. All in the gritty world of Dreadlands on GeForce Now and PC. Coming up next at number 7, Subterrain. Subterrain is a harsh sci-fi survival experience on Mars, where you play as Dr. West, the lone survivor of the MPO underground colony, battling evolving mutants, hunger, thirst, injuries, and the environment, while exploring randomly generated sublevels and handcrafted locations. Fight off terrifying Martian creatures using melee and ranged combat, customizing weapons and racing against the clock as the infection spreads, while scavenging, researching, and crafting tools, armor, and powerful upgrades. Repair the colony's generators, manage oxygen and thermal levels, and try to escape the nightmare that is Mars, all while keeping your body in check and staying ahead of the horrors lurking beneath the surface. With non-linear storytelling and a constant struggle for survival, every decision matters as you strive to make it out alive in this gripping PC experience. Next up at number 6 we have Distrust, Polar Survival. Distrust Polar Survival throws you into the heart of an Arctic research station as one of the survivors of a helicopter crash, stranded in the endless polar night, battling the unforgiving cold, hunger, and the terrifying unknown, waiting for the right moment to gobble you like meatloaf. Explore the randomly generated station, scavenging for resources, crafting tools, and managing sleep deprivation to stay alive. But beware, sleeping too long attracts a deadly force that drains your life as you survive the harsh climate, uncover strange anomalies, and unravel the dark secret behind the station. With co-op mode and multiple survivors to choose from, trust no one as your mind begins to break down. Pretty similar to the Thing video game, bringing that same tension on Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, iOS, and PC. Number 5 is here with the Rotting Chronicles. Step into a world where zombies rule and survival hinges on strategy as you scavenge, craft and fortify your shelter while battling packs of undead menace, solo or with up to 3 friends. The dynamic world changes with every choice, from deadly weather to shifting zombie behavior. Build your shelter, recruit NPCs and manage limited resources while evolving your character with the Predator's Path system. Stealth or full-blown combat favor your playstyle and shape your experience on PC when the game is announced soon. Here comes number 4, Survive the Fall. Earth had a decent run until a giant meteor hit the reset button, leaving you in a world of chaos, rival factions, and wildlife with a grudge and survive the fall. Roam a beautifully ruined open world solo or with your squad, scavenging for relics, looting forgotten tech, and making the kind of decisions that decides who eats and who ends up on the dinner plate. Build up your own survivor settlement with over 30 facilities, from farms and labs to kitchens and shelters, while managing resources, crafting gear, and keeping your crew alive and sane. Whether you go full stealth or guns blazing, survival is never guaranteed, but rebuilding society is still on the table, available on PC with a free demo on Steam. At number 3, we have Overland. Overland is a strategic survival game set in post-apocalyptic America, where you journey with a ragtag group of survivors, managing limited fuel supplies and morale. Each stop comes with tough choices: scavenge for food, rescue survivors, or upgrade your vehicle with essentials like medkits, shields, axes, extra storage, and makeshift armor to boost your chances on the road. Plan your moves carefully in turn-based combat, but beware, loud noises attract deadly creatures, so stealth matters just as much as whacking enemies with a barrage of booms or tooting your own horn out in the open. With randomly generated levels, a unique art style, and Twitch integration, every journey is a new experience on Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, iOS, and PC. Jumping on number 2 with Last Hope Bunker, Zombie Survival. The world has turned upside down. Earth is a battlefield, and zombies feast upon humans like vultures on carcasses. You're safe inside a bunker, but you have a mission and it's clear. Find the antidote, save your daughter, and survive the post-apocalypse. With limited supplies, you'll craft weapons, explore a devastated world, battle zombie hordes, destroy nests, gather resources, and activate old communication towers, all while using stealth or combat. Every tactical decision counts. Survive, upgrade your gear, and find your way to hope, playing now on PC. Number 1 and the final game of this list, Atomic Exile. Atomic Exile drops you into a post-apocalyptic extraction shooter where survival is a constant battle. Explore devastated ruins, visit enclaves, and encounter NPCs ranging from fellow survivors to hostile raiders, mutated beasts, and rogue machines. Start with basic supplies and scavenge for food, water, and gear, then return to town to trade for essentials or cold cash. Fuel and tools are crucial for driving. Abandoned vehicles are scattered across the wasteland, and with a little work, you might get one running again, but beware, the noise attracts danger. Craft weapons suited to your needs by modifying sights, scripts, and magazines, but tread carefully, the wasteland is teeming with threats, and stealth is your best weapon. Atomic Exile is now available in early access on PC. Well, look who made it back alive once again. Okay friends, if you liked the video and want to see what's coming next, make sure to hit that like button to cheer me up, subscribe and stay tuned for the upcoming parts. You don't want to miss the chaos. See you in the next video, and as always, keep on being awesome!